Welcome back to the studio. I'm CHALTO. So one of the hardest things of being a producer in a songwriting session is that at the end of the session, everybody expects to take home a bounce. And that bounce is really important because that bounce can make or break your chances of having the song actually recorded. That's the bounce that artists are going to show the A&R, their managers, their friends, their family. And if that doesn't get them excited, your chances of that song getting actually cut decrease by a lot. So it's always good to do your best to get that end of session bounce to be as close as possible to the essence of the song. You want everything that makes that song exciting to be there so that everybody can know what the potential of the song is. Today I want to show you a trick I like to call slippery vocals. This will bring your end of session bounce closer to a final product by adding a little bit of vocal ear candy. So let me show you. Here we have our all good Splice song, and this is what it sounds like.
I don't let go when everybody's moving on. I still hold on when everybody's moving on.
We've used this track before, so you'll know what it is about. As you can see, I have my lead vocals here. This is just a loop that I got from Splice.
I don't let go when everybody's moving on. I still hold on when everybody's moving on.
And here I have a group of tracks called Slipper Vox. These are just empty tracks with a bunch of effects on them that I have ready to go. You can experiment here. You can have echoes, you can have reverbs, you can have a mix of reverbs and delays, you can have distortion, you can have everything that will help you create a little bit of texture and ear candy. My advice is that every time that you find something cool mixing another song, like a bunch of effects, always save those presets so you can use them later on different songs or something like this. Here I have a bunch of tracks ready to go, and let's hear what they are doing. Bring this up here. This is a digital whisper. Which is basically a delay into a reverb with a little bit of EQ. The next one is an echo. You can hear that this is an echo with a little bit of distortion. What I have here is basically the CLA effects, you know, with a little bit of crunch, a lot of delay and reverb, a bunch of chorus. The next one is echo low, which is basically the same, but it has a little alter boy, which is a pitch shift all the way down. So this sounds like this.
I don't.
The next one is the same thing, but high. So we have the little alter boy going up, forming end pitch. Awesome. And this is just an echo with a doubler. So it's a little bit wider and stuff. Step one for slippery vocals is always have your tracks ready and close to your lead vocal. Step two is activate your grid, because that's very important for this to work very fast. And third is just listen to the vocals and do a pass. As we're working with it, I think this line here needs an echo.
When everybody's moving on.
So all you have to do is grab whatever you want to be repeated and drag it up. Make sure that you're copying the region and not just moving it. Here in Studio One, you need to press Option while you're moving it, and it'll just copy it over. The good thing about the grid is that you can just very quickly move this. So let's listen.
When everybody's moving on.
So you just move this here, and then you have.
When everybody's moving on. I still.
Maybe you want this to be a higher pitch, so you just move it down.
When everybody's moving on.
Maybe you want both, but in different timings. So let's move this a little bit there.
When everybody's moving on, I still hold on.
Maybe you want it to be tighter. Maybe you want it to do this.
When everybody's moving on,
And then you just have to move it to find whatever you want. This is an echo.
When everybody's moving on, I still hold on.
Or maybe the whisper.
When everybody's moving on, I still.
This is too low. Let's bring it up.
When everybody's moving on, I still.
This actually sounds better if we use put it there.
When everybody's moving on, I still.
And it's really that easy. So all you have to do is at the end of the session, tell them to give you like 20 minutes so that you can check some stuff, put your headphones on, go through the song doing this. And because you've worked all day in the song, you kind of already know where you need the stuff. And if you have your grid set up, it's super easy. You can do this in one pass or a couple of passes tops. So let's just keep playing with it.
I don't.
Let's say you want that with a synth echo.
I don't.
2.
I don't let go.
No, it doesn't. I don't like that.
I don't let go. When everybody's moving on.
Now, the cool thing about this technique is that if any of your tracks is fully wet, you can also use it for parallel processing without having to route anything. So let's use this synth echo for this line. But as you can see, I'm not moving it. So it's not really an echo. I'm just adding a texture to the vocal that's already there.
When everybody's moving on.
Or you can just make the whole line.
When everybody's moving on. I don't let go. Whenever
Let's say I want the go to be a logo.
go, when everybody go, when everybody's go, whenever go, when everybody let go, whenever let go, whenever.
Now let's say that we want this to be here, low.
Let go. Let go. When everybody's moving on, I still hold on.
So let's move the hold on. Let's do this, let's do that.
Hold on. When everybody's moving on.
And let's just do the moving on, low and high.
I don't. When everybody's moving on, I don't let go. I don't let go. When everybody's moving on, I still hold on. When everybody's moving on, I don't let go.
And that's basically it. You know, it's all about preparation. So if you have your tracks with the effects that you want, you've heard the song the whole day. So all you need to do is actually think what phrases need to be repeated, what phrases need like different textures. And in a couple of passes, you can have a bounce that's going to be extremely better and closer to the final product than just finishing the section, bouncing the track and sending it to everybody. And that's going to multiply your chances of getting the song cut amazingly. So there you go. It's that easy, really. It just only took a couple of minutes and you have an amazing bounce at the end of the session. So take this, be creative, have fun, make me proud, and impress all your co-writes with amazing bounces at the end of the session and improve your chances of getting the song actually cut by the artist. So I'll see you next time. And in the meantime, let me know what's your favorite fish.